You are the problem. Let's just begin at the start.
It's me. Hi. Typically, I'm the problem. It's
Here
me.
is the problem. It's you. It's you, Melissa. And the
Hi.
problem begins with the word spearmint. Why would you eat a violent food like this?
You
Just
think
stop.
spear as opposed to having pepper in your mint? What?
I like pepper's a food. A spear is to stab you and die.
And
Spear
I
is a
prefer that.
weapon.
I prefer
Spear is
weapons.
a weapon.
Agree.
No, I don't want weaponized food unless it's sugar-based.
Isn't pineapple a weaponized food? Isn't that a fruit that eats you back due to its enzyminess that eats something in your mouth?
You say this all the time, but I think it's really, we need to invert that theory, and it has more to do with the pineapple's aggressive self-defense. Hey ho, you are a big old slut.
VD, Google extensions. And what's your favorite candy bar? All this and more on today's Brilliant Observations. Do, 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 do.
Oh my God, I love you.
I have a talent you didn't know about. Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm great. I am wildly productive in traditional ways, and it feels both foreign and non-satisfactory. It's very strange. You would think
How
that
is productive non-satisfactory? I get the foreign, but what?
I hate to keep delineating my life in this way prior to COVID. I was a hyper-productive person.
We know.
And when COVID happened, I became wildly disoriented by the chaos of the world, and my productivity ground to a stop and then went backwards, which I found out was delightful. Doing nothing is like fantastic. It's not actually great for me, but I also love it for me. I love that journey for me. So today and yesterday, I sort of slapped back into my regular productivity habits where
Really?
this is going to get done because it's got to get done. So we're doing it. And it doesn't matter that it can't actually physically be done. Ha, done anyway. Like that, I make things happen. So it was a lot of making things happen that weren't happening. And just today, minutes before we were scheduled to record, raced over to a notary, even though there was barely enough time to make it happen. But I thought normal me, today me, would say, no, I can't, I'm not going to risk that. I'm late all the time for this thing. I'm not doing that. We'll do that later. We're not going to do it, etc. And instead, I went back to past me, which was like, we've got plenty of time. This will happen and no problem. And it did. So I arrived home 5 minutes prior to being seated in the chair, which is sort of stunning and shocking to me. Everything worked out for me, that hasn't changed. Everything's always working out for me.
You're
So I walked in and the line was way too long. And my first instinct was to walk to the front of the line and pronounce loudly, is the notary here today? Because I wasn't going to risk being late over not there. Calls out, yes. So I said, okay. So then got back in the line and the line moved. The next 3 people in line didn't even have to have a transaction with the person. All they had to do was physically hand something over and then they left. So it was like, done, and the next one's done, and the next one's done.
That's
now I'm
genius.
at the front of the line. And here we go, and it was done, and back in the car we went, and bingo bango. Everybody's all released. Let's go. Notarized.
I got here today by way of having a luncheon, a nooner, if you will, with another couple that we used to adore, still do, but we haven't seen people. So
it sounds like they fell out of favor. Okay.
No, they did nothing wrong. And guess what? This is the shocking part. Neither did we.
Whoa.
It was just time and situation. They too have 3 sons. And I said, I really wish my buddy Amy was here to talk to you and tell you that every 6 months it gets better. It gets incrementally better because they're just capable of handling and processing more than they were 6 months prior. So I'm going
to jump in. I don't commit that every 6 months it gets better. I absolutely guarantee that every 6 months it's new again. Every 6 months you have a different child. Most of the time, in my experience, that different child is in the direction of better that you all wanted. But not always. Sometimes it's in this brand new direction that nobody knew about.
Or saw coming, right?
Which can even exceed your expectations. But it's newness guaranteed every 6 months. It's a cellular turnover. It's just going to happen.
Well, I'm glad I didn't tell her that it's not necessarily better. It's just different in 6 months. So that was super nice. I haven't had like a friendy nooner in a while. So that was quite excellent. But I do want to come to this week's podcast by way of a confession that I have been lying to you, dear listener. I have something going on that I haven't told you about because the person that it's about really is a listener. And I didn't want her to know. So I have been plotting and planning a trip. No, you must be wrong. Amy's the one who takes trips. Melissa's the one who sits in her house and plays with dogs all day. Yes, that is our typical. However, I am stepping slightly outside of Melissa's box. I get the best results from you guys when I am outside my box. So I am traveling this weekend. I leave for Portland, Oregon.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm pretty excited about it for several reasons. The biggest being I haven't seen this human in a while, and she doesn't know I'm coming. It's a surprise. It's a complete shocker of a surprise. But Melissa, we just heard your podcast. You fucking hate surprises. Amy said they never work. They're always just a bigger mess than they are a reveal, I guess. Well, her husband's in on it with us. So as she hears this, maybe after I've left the West Coast, she will realize that it's a conspiracy. We've had it for months. And every time I've said to her, yeah, I really should come. I already had plans. I've already picked out the clothes I'm wearing. And by that, I mean cozy. And I'm leaving. And that is why Amy was kind enough to be, she always says I'm flexible, to be flexible for me to record early so that I don't have to worry about any of you fucking people for the next 10 days, really, 7 to 10 days. So
it's amazeballs. It's fantastic. I'm so excited that this cat is finally out in the airport bag. It just absolutely cannot wait. And the only reason that's happening is because we have a lead time to get the show edited and uploaded and then distributed to everybody so that you can hear it. So it takes some time. And then in that expanse, you will already have arrived.
I will already be there. And Amy is going there the next month to see this very same human.
Dig.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
So that's
I hate
cool.
that you won't be there for that one. That makes me sad and sick.
Too.
But it's okay. I'm looking forward to it for so many other reasons that it's okay. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you for 9 of the other parties that we have planned for this whole year.
And we do have several, but I'm wondering, is one of the reasons that you're excited for your trip that you are going dog sledding?
It really is. It really is. I'm so wildly unprepared for this.
No, you are.
No, I'm not. And even my husband saying, what? When he heard we're going dog sledding, he's like, you don't have any clothes for this. And I'm like, I know. And I said, well, they're going to have blankets. He's like, you need to buy actual clothes for this or you could die. And I'm like, really though?
It's 1 hour. You're not going to die. It's 1 hour of a circle that these dogs run in. She did it the last time she was there. And the pictures, you are going to have the best time. I'm so excited for your trip. A lot of people these days have a fear of missing out. But I don't have that. I do wish I could play with the people who are visiting in March. And the fact that you're all going to be together, even without me, I feel strengthens all of our bonds. And these women are everything to me. And these bonds are everything to me. So all good is good when it comes to your friends and friendships. And I'm wondering if you guys feel the same way. I'm wondering if, as dear listener, do you look at your lives and your friendships and you see them deepening with time, or do you see them falling by the wayside? Both are possible. Depends on the friendships. Please write us. I like how I'm getting it out at the top. brilliantobservations@gmail.com, or go see us on any of the socials at Listen Brilliant or Brilliant Observations on Facebook, Brill Ob Squad. So this is my second flight that I'm taking since, the big C, right? I went to Florida to see those people. you know.
Welcome back to the world. Yeah.
And now I'm taking a fun trip for me. And I would like everyone to know that I'm not flying alone. I'm flying with a friend out there. I'm flying alone home. But I have TSA pre-check, and I know she does not.
Again with this shit. I have such a big TSA pre-check story to tell you, but I want to hear about your
No,
adventures
that's kind of why I brought it up. I know that I can walk through without being no moleste, without being really touched or taking off my hoodie, and my friend traveling with me will be naked, spinning in circles, waiting for 27
Well, I'm here
other
to tell you,
people.
I have objected to TSA pre-check from the very moment it was available to me. And that's going back from, 2 agencies ago. That's how long ago this was a consideration that I actively shunned. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And I physically broke down and did it yesterday.
You
I am now,
did.
yes, I give up and give in. And I have shunned my Italian heritage. I hate it, fucking hate it, but I did it. And
Explain
because
that.
they fingerprint you.
Yeah.
How is that not deal breaker? Peace out. Full stop. Like, what are you missing? I voluntarily gave my fingerprints to the federal fucking BI just so that I could save 5 minutes at the airport
Okay. Number
and
one.
get the same fucking service that I get, because I guarantee you all y'all fucks with this TSA are just standing there looking at your phones waiting for me, and it's 5 minutes. I've clocked it. I actually set a timer the last time I traveled with you, and it was 5 minutes when you got through 5 minutes ahead of me. I'm now open to all criminal malfeasance from the U.S. government voluntarily because I gave them. What's next? DNA? What am I going to give them next? It's terrible.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
upset.
Like
I'm
Amy,
upset.
let's unpack that. Your Italian heritage is affected how?
Don't talk to the fucking government, Melissa. What's the matter with you? Don't talk on the phone. Don't give them your fucking prints. Jesus. Pay cash. What's the matter with you? Do you
Okay.
not understand how things work?
I guess I don't. I just saw embedded a video on New York Times online.
NewYorkTimes.com
.com.
on the Intellect edition. Right? Allsmarts.net. That's where I went.
The Genius chapter, it said, I am looking at all these people that don't have TSA, and it was Orlando. So immediately it was a super busy airport, but it was a 4-hour wait. And if you're on for security, and if you're only going the 2 hours early that they recommend you go, you, my fine feathered friend, are fucked. And my stomach starts going full or empty, knowing full well that I'm late for something, or I'm not going to make a flight, or I gave up the rental car, whatever it is. So knowing that you can cruise through without getting on that parade line, that Disney line, is magical. It has saved me hours upon hours. There are times where I've gone through in less than 10 seconds and thought, I mean, it's the easiest thing to get fingerprinted. You really have to do nothing. But I hear
They
you.
do incentivize you greatly to hand over all of your critical information.
It is a good
that they
incentive.
can leverage against you. Yeah. Quite easily.
Okay.
Yep.
While we're leveraging things against you, will you explain to me, please, how you only stole one pudding?
I don't understand how you want to immediately jump to criminal activity when I just told you that I have I've waived all rights to the federal government.
Well, they don't
And now-
listen to this.
Well, listen. I am not a thief.
You've
okay?
made that very clear over the
I'm
last
not.
6 years. Yeah.
I'm not a thief. I don't hurt people. I don't steal from people. I don't attack people. I am a good and kind-hearted person, and that comes easy for me. That's my go-to move. Occasionally, I would say always when I am shopping.
Yeah, from time to time. I mean, if I were to be clear, I would say
All
every
of the times.
fucking time.
From time to time, from this time to all the other times.
Every time. An opportunity strikes.
When I'm shopping, almost like a secret shopper, I witness these flagrant opportunities for malfeasance to occur. And I don't create these environments.
That's my
I
favorite
don't-
feasance, by the way.
I don't set up this situation. I didn't orchestrate this liability. I don't even run this business, Walmart. That's you.
right.
Okay?
Ooh, it was Walmart. Then they
And
had
you
it
should
coming.
have, and you should have cameras, and you even have people whose job it is to look for things like this, and you can't figure all that out. You've got 3 women, 4, I think. You've got 4 Walmart women who are each independent billionaires.
Walmart women.
4 of the founding family are independently on the top billionaires lists of 1, 2, 3, and 4 based on their different levels of billions that they own from the Walmart fortune. Okay? So with all that wealth, you can't figure out that this is not the way that you're supposed to be stacking the pudding. I'm just trying to say, okay? So I didn't steal as much pudding as I should have.
Should have. Okay.
Okay? All right? But this time I made a point to take one. I just took one. Just one. That's it. I have restraint. I know what I'm doing. I understand. This is to show you. I almost pick it up and hold it to the cameras.
As
and
you're walking
physically
out?
wave it. Turn your body back and forth. You see, look up at the cameras in the corners, and you turn your head, and you turn your body, and you're holding up the little pudding. See, watch it. Watch me while I steal from you. And you tuck it in your bra, and out you walk. Because if they are that ugly and stupid, they had it coming. It's Chicago. They had it coming, Melissa.
They had it coming.
This happened to be one of those flagrant self-checkout situations where they don't care about you anyway.
Oh.
They can't be bothered.
Self-checkout.
They can't be bothered to have an employee assist you. So they're already shirking on the labor costs.
Okay.
So you're making me do effort and work. I have to work to pay you money. Okay. I'm already here. Okay. I see what's happening. That's fine. I'll work to give you more money. I will give you free labor while I pay you money for these goods and services. Okay.
Oh, wait, just goods, no services. They're not providing a service.
So then I have to, I'm trying to do it and I'm trying to do it. And I waved it in front of the thing twice because I had 2 of them and it registered once. And I said, I'm not giving you an extra wave. Fuck you. So I put it in my thing and I had 2 in the thing and I only waved it. It only registered once. I tried and your system failed me. So good luck to you. Good luck to you, sir. I didn't do what I should have done, which is only ring up 1 or 2 items and then just walk out with the rest. Because why is that wrong? I mean, I know it's wrong. I don't want my kids.
Is that rhetorical? Because there is an answer.
I know. The reason I don't do it, let me just back all the way up. The reason I don't steal everywhere all the time, every day, is because I don't steal, right? And it's a little bit, I imagine, if you were, let's pick something. If you're an addict of some kind, if you're addicted to tiger weed, right? And you have to have tiger weed all the time. I'm trying to pick something that nobody's addicted to. I don't know.
Tiger weed.
If you're a tiger weed addict, right? And so you wake up in the morning and you think, I want to do tiger weed, but I don't do tiger weed. I'm not a tiger weed addict. There's going to come a day when you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to think, I would like a coffee. And you're not going to think, I want tiger weed. But I wake up every morning and I think, I can fucking steal that right now. And then I think, I'm not going to steal that. So I'm still in the tiger weed situation, right? Where I'm using my brain to override my other more lucrative, profitable brain that wants to acquire these goods for me. And I still think that you steal a lot of stuff and talk yourself into why it's okay.
Who steals a lot of stuff?
Every other living human.
Okay. And they have a monologue inside their head saying, well, they raise the prices and assume that people are going to steal, so this is why
if
we
I
pay
just
what
put
we
these
pay.
pants inside these other pants and put those both in a box and then ring up that
wow.
box.
That's not just rationalizing. That's just fucking lying to yourself. That's just blatantly saying
Self-checkout's what that's called.
I checked myself out.
I bought a box. It's
I
filled
am
with
out.
lots of other merchandise. I don't do that. I don't
Right.
steal
That's
plants.
what
I
Amy's
don't
saying,
steal
dear
ice.
listener.
I don't steal firewood. I should. I don't steal diapers or toilet paper or any of these things.
You were naming, until just now, you were naming all of the things that when you walk out of the grocery store are on display there without a human to check out. Like you have to know.
I did not steal a whole bunch of chairs. I almost helped myself to a large portion of chairs. I sat in them for a while. I gave it a nice long think. But then it occurred to me I would have to come home and tell my children, I stole these damn chairs. And then I thought, I don't want to steal chairs, and nor would I be pleased with them if they stole. So I not only did not steal them, I did not buy them. because they're not worth buying. But I would steal them, but I didn't steal them. I'm going to stop.
The moral of this story is, kids, don't steal. Did I get a piece of it? Or just steal one pudding. That's actually it. The moral of this story is, if you have to steal, steal one pudding. One pudding seems to be, I guess, excusable. No?
I shouldn't have stole that pudding. Fuck.
I had a roommate in college, and we went to Heckinger's.
Yeah.
And we got 7 things for our apartment. And then as we were leaving, we realized we did not pay for the batteries that were also in our cart. We had checked out. We are gone. Our stuff
That's
is
right.
in
Gift
bags.
with purchase. Yep.
Free gift with purchase. Not intentionally, but, So
it was a self-gift with purchase.
Right.
Yeah.
So you stand there in the parking lot, and these are 2 people who met in college, she and I, and we looked at each other like, one of us immediately said, let's go back, and the other one
No.
said, hurry, get in the car.
Forget about it. Yes. Yeah, I mean, batteries are an energy source. I feel like politically, you're allowed. Why are you laughing?
I have an electric car, I have solar panels, I have geothermal, and I steal batteries.
No. I'm just saying politically, don't we have a right as citizens to
Oh my
energy?
God.
I'm just here to tell you, look it. Don't steal stuff. I don't
Look it.
steal stuff. I'm not on tiger weed. I'm not addicted to tiger weed. So I don't do, when I wake up in the morning, I don't think I want tiger weed. When I wake up in the morning, I don't think let's steal stuff. I think I don't steal stuff, and I don't want other people stealing from me, so I don't. And here's how I'm going to rectify the pudding that I rightly kept. Here's how I'm going to rectify it.
Let's hear
The
it.
next time I go to Wally Mart, which sad to say may be in the future because I don't particularly like it in there, I will select the same pudding because I know exactly which one it was. And I'm talking, you guys, do you even know what I'm saying?
Charge yourself twice next time?
Do you
Don't
even?
do
Yes.
that.
Yeah, of course I will. Listen, and they won't know the fucking difference because their inventory practice sucks. Okay? Here's the pudding that I stole. Let me be crystal clear. I only went to Walmart because I was trying to make those weird TikTok puddings. And they only sell this not food item at a Walmart or like, I don't know, a gas station or a military, base PX.
What
like they don't
pudding
sell-
are we making?
I got Jell-O granulated box powder instant whatever, it was like an ingredient pudding. It's a box of gelatin that costs 42 cents. 42 cents.
That's the kind of pudding you stole?
Yes. I sold granulated white box with the gummed taped down label, old Jell-O that nobody had bought, that the Jell-O was no longer a bright, shiny color. It was faded because it had been sitting on that weird, dusty shelf. Down at the bottom, I had to get down on hand and knee to get
them
it.
a favor.
Yeah. So I bought one of every flavor because I'm like, I'm never coming back here for this weird powdery shit. And I made one of them and it was terrible. And I'm not making the TikTok puddings anymore. So that's the end of that story. But I'm saying next time I will get some of this powdered, food-like object and I'll ring it. And then I'll throw it, physically throw it like a Frisbee. I'll whip it into some place that somebody's got to put it away. And then I will walk out having paid for the not kept item.
Put an X on it first and then throw it so you can
Yep.
see it back reshelved and
Yep.
that was the thrown
Yep.
pudding.
They won't. You got a better chance of finding that shit in the Library of Congress than you do in the Walmart. They're never going to restock that.
The people with whom we just had lunch told me that if you bring your wedding video on a cassette tape of sorts, a VHS tape, they will put it on a flash drive or they'll just for free. There used to be a whole business. I think Jess's father turned his video business into the give me your videos. I'll put them on any other platform because that's his business. And the library does it for you for free. Should I not say that? Will that ruin his business? Did I just put Carpel out of business?
There's so much in that sentence.
Let me delete
This is a really weird business. No. I was talking to her and she hung up on me because she had somewhere to go. And I thought she hung up on me just because I'm tiresome. So I'm really actually kind of grateful that she hung up on me for a legit purpose to go be with you. So that's number one. Number two, we were talking about having her as a guest on this show because it was hilarious. Because number three, I said, I can't believe how many times we talk about sex on this show. She goes, why don't you just switch it? Why don't you just switch it to a sex podcast? Your numbers will go through the roof. And I started laughing. And I'm like, well, we do talk about it every week. She's like, just change the title. You don't even have to change the content. She's very funny. Her father does not do I'm going to transfer the format of your wedding video business profitably. No one can. And he currently cannot be doing that. I could not have heard you correctly.
I think he turned his successful video business when everything went online into okay, I guess videos aren't working. Let me, with my equipment, move your video to any other platform.
But they'll do it at the library for free?
For nothing. They'll do it for nothing. You just have to bring them the flash drive, and they have, I guess, the same equipment that
I don't
her
know
dad
that I
has.
trust the library with that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't even know where the fucking video is, so they're
Well,
obviously...
the other thing you need to know is if you want a power washer in Los Angeles County, they will give those to you for free from the library. You can check those out, a power washer.
Okay, here we go. First real question. Dear listener, what does your library do for you in your state for free? We transfer
In Las
videos.
Vegas?
Oh, yeah?
In Las
Yeah?
Vegas, they give out blowjobs at the library.
Well, I think you get that anyway.
Well, in Vegas, you do.
Well,
I'm making a joke. I
you don't
love
get that
the
in
Las
North
Vegas
Carolina
librarians.
also?
No, here they shoot more porn than in any other state, but
Oh,
they truly
it's
do.
the
actually,
weather. Nice.
the people are always, these giant houses are always being rented with massive stuff out front, and I'm like, is that one of those? Are they making meth in there? Nope, they're making porn because they use the pools and stuff.
And
you know.
they still coat all the floors in plastic either way, so you can't tell the difference sometimes between porn and meth.
What?
They coat the walls and the floor in plastic so nothing gets ruined wherever they are, be it spooge or drugs or whatever's flying around, everything. Or if you're going to visit Tony Soprano, that's also covered in plastic so they could roll you up and throw you out.
Holy cow! I didn't know that.
Roll me up
Okay.
and smoke me when I die.
Okay.
We missed a holiday. We didn't miss it. We just didn't talk about it. Not a holy day, but a holiday. Did you enjoy your Valentine's Day?
I did. Yes, I super did. My husband, you can hear that I'm still sick. Thank you, mid-child.
You sound much
Thanks.
better, though.
I'm still not right. And don't jump all over that one because I may never be.
I don't know where baseline is for you these days, but
Be nice. So I'm still not right, but I'm as close to right. I'm closer to right than I've ever been with this illness. And I'm still a couple of days ahead of where my husband is.
oh no.
All that translates into he had pre-bought this massive chef dinner for Valentine's Day.
Right.
And I said, you just have to cancel it. The chef will understand. They don't want us getting everyone sick at this kitchen side, overlooking all the food. We're sick. Nobody wants us there on this 8 people only dinner. They don't want us there, right? And he's like, I'm not doing that. So we mustered up the energy to go out there. And the food was so spectacular. There were 8 courses. I couldn't get through it. I actually had to say to the chef, I'm sorry, chef, I can't eat it. And he's like, not even a taste? I said, not even a taste. And I didn't eat the last 2 courses or my dessert. And I stopped drinking at course 5 because I couldn't put any more in. It was so fucking good. It was amazing, but it was way too much. The portion sizes were, and he even said it. He goes, it's a lot of food. First of all, we had one of the courses was 4 oysters as a course. There were 8 courses. Only one of which was dessert. One of the courses was an entire pizza.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This
One
sounds
of the
like my kind
courses,
of courses.
it was crazy. He could have had half as much food and I still would have been stuffed. It was amazing. It's one of our favorite chefs. He's a James Beard dude. And he specializes in pizza, Mission Pizza, but he uses these opportunities to flex his chops and cook things that aren't pizza. But the pizza itself got him the James Beard nomination. So it's good fucking pizza. Anyway, it was amazing. And I drove. So another reason that I didn't drink as much. And got everybody home. And my husband nearly died from being, way too sick and everything else. And it was the middle of a fucking random Tuesday. So God bless us. But the good news is the dinner res was crazy early. So we were back home and in bed by, I want to say, 10:40. And that made for a pretty good night. How about you, my loving, lovey?
Wait, I'm not done with you. So that was you and your Valentine. Do you do anything for your sons?
I used to. I don't anymore. Now I'm on the fuck you, get your own dinner policy for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to do a whole thing. Used to be a whole thing where everybody got sweetie hearts and decoration and all this kind of stuff. And then I was putting so much more into it than they were getting out of it. And then I'm sure during COVID it stopped. Again, I'm certain during COVID it stopped. And a lot of things stopped in COVID and didn't ever come back. So, yeah. We used to do everything for St. Patrick's Day, all that stuff. No, not doing it.
You know how you look at like BE, BCE, B. It's like BC is before COVID. And
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose, I forgot to do something. And it just remembered. You know when you set a balloon free, it lands somewhere, right? It lands somewhere. I went
South Carolina.
I had my son who was tiny, and I took him to Wawa one day after he came out of school, the 2s, the 3s, whatever it was. And he's standing outside licking an ice cream cone, and a little red balloon lands in front of him. And he looks at me with these wide eyes, and he's like, is this where all the balloons land? Like all of a sudden, like something clicked with him that he's let a balloon go before and he's been sad. And maybe we told him that it's going to another child who really needed it more than he did. Or hold that fucking string a little tighter and this shit wouldn't be happening. But so he's like, oh my God, is this where so I just remembered something that I forgot 3 days ago. And this is where that red balloon just landed for me.
Nice.
However, yes, I did send a little something to both kids. I did send, because they're not home and I don't get to do anything nice for them here, but one of them got an Eagles hoodie just in time to lose. And the other one, I might have sent her a chocolate penis.
Classy. That's exactly what you want from your mom on Valentine's Day.
It was chocolate. Of course you want chocolate from your mom. Oh, and insomnia cookies, because I'm not a fucking savage.
Chocolate milk your father likes.
Chocolate milk. I do have a friend who talks that way, and it's both hilarious and disturbing all at the same time, because she never lived in the places that would give you all of the fun accents she's using. Very bizarre. Valentine's Day is a candy holiday, so it's fine that they got cookies and candy from me and a sweatshirt. Do you have a very favorite candy bar?
Yeah, I probably am going to go with the $100,000 bar.
That's your go-to?
Yeah, I still love it, even though they've changed the name to $100,000, which I won't say because it's stupid. But I love them all. They all have a time and place and purpose.
I agree. They all have a specific. I mean, you're not going to eat the same bar in the movies that you're going to eat sitting on your own couch or as an after school treat, or they all have their own purpose. And I think it's mean that the Shake Your Head Girls, you know, that podcast that we also listen to religiously?
Yes.
I think it's mean that they put up on their social media, one of these has to go memes.
Oh, not another one of these. I can only pick.
And it hurts
and then you
my
put
feelings.
up 4 really sexy men. And it's like, no, all comers welcome. Let's go.
I believe that's the title of this episode. All comers welcome. Yeah, let's do it. Google extensions. What's that?
Okay, so
tell me.
I don't like Google Maps. I don't like maps in general. I use them. I understand that they are here to serve me, but they never seem to serve me the way I need them to. They're very frustrating. So when I stumbled across something that I thought was going to solve all my needs, I got very excited. When you plug in extensions into your Google Maps in Chrome, in your Google Maps browser, it will do extra little tasks for you. It's like a map bitch. It'll go through and figure it out. So this particular map bitch will tell you the shortest, most efficient route from multiple stops. So, for example, if you have an afternoon of things to do, like I know I have to go to Target, I have to go to the bank, I have to go to the kids' school, and I have to go to get some tiger weed. So, of all these things that have to happen.
To which she is not addicted, dear listener.
You simply have to go. I'm not an addict. You simply have to go and type in, okay, school, Target, bank, tiger weed. And you put them all into the thing, and it will go,
yeah.
and it'll spit out, this is the route you should take. Let's go. And I thought, I'm here for it. I'm in. I'm going to even do this for my stupid son who has all these things that I want him to do for me. So I was going to say, because I'm paying for your gas, this is the route. This is the best way for you to do it.
Follow
honey.
this, yeah.
I'm doing it to be nice to you and also to save myself money. So, and to ensure you get it done faster, because what the fuck? Okay? I think the idea is even if you had to deliver mail, like you could put in all the addresses and it would tell you the best route for that too. I guess UPS uses it. In any event, it was so fucking convoluted and complicated. Made me, I can't, the idea is there. The idea is right. I want it to work. Why can't it work this way? Like when you're driving in the car and you ask the phone, tell me 5 good places to go eat that are on my route home that are ahead of me, that make sense. I don't understand why that's a difficult thing to ask.
Yeah.
Because it'll immediately give you shit that's behind you, or shit that is sideways from you, or shit that sucks, that nobody, it's closed. Like I don't understand, like these are simple asks, right?
Extensions, you say.
Yes. This one was called Routera. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but that's what it looks like. So anyway, I just feel like, can't someone figure this out? You have the information. There's ChatGPT. Surely somebody can do this for us. Why is it that hard? Why does it have to be that hard? All I need is some technological object to solve all my problems. I don't think that's a big ask. Especially the way technology wants to puff itself up and say how great it is and solves everybody's fucking problem, but then they can't solve my problem. Because now you want to give me this useless information about gas stations that are off the route. I'm irritated.
And or closed and or Waze has been my favorite form of getting places, way of advising, because they tell you when there are police. And really for people who struggle with a very heavy right foot, it's best to know where authorities wait, or even the camera that takes a picture and sends it and you get a ticket in the mail. It gives you all that information because it's done by, self-reporting rats. Like rats have, So that's what I count on. Somebody saying, look out, guys. But
that's what I'm saying. If the algorithm is really that smart, if TikTok can actively predict what it knows I'm going to like, why are you not working to find me my chicken sandwich? I don't understand how these two things can't, surely Big Chicken can benefit by me knowing where the chicken sandwich is.
Big Chicken. Big Chicken's waiting for you to pull over.
Right?
And it's laughing at you as you pull into that closed Chick-fil-A right there.
Get so mad. Do you guys have the cauliflower chicken sandwich?
No.
Chick-fil-A is rolling out in 3 locations nationwide, of which we are one.
Oh, wow.
A cauliflower chicken sandwich. It's made of cauliflower.
I like cauliflower.
It looks like the chicken sandwich, but instead of chicken, it's the cauliflower crap.
I mean, I have no problem with chicken. If you would like to do that with other things, like I don't eat veal because it's mean. You're just a horrible person. So, yeah, I said it. So if they substituted at a veal place, we have Nick Filet here. It's like filet meat, beef, and right. So if they substituted cauliflower filet or whatever it was, I would try that. I like cauliflower. But not when I think I'm getting a chicken sandwich, though.
I find the whole thing, if you're going to deep fry something and eat it and try to pretend it's healthy, I think swapping out the protein is not where you should start.
And cauliflower
maybe
isn't
start
protein.
maybe not start with deep frying it. So you also see that Mark Wahlberg super loves Jesus.
He's always loved Jesus. He gave up.
Really?
Yeah. He deep dive. He gave up weed and weed when his daughter was tiny, and she said, I smell skunk. Why does daddy always smell like skunk? And he found Jesus. And then he found if you get up at 2:15 in the morning, you can work out for 6 hours before anybody else wakes up. So he found a lot of things that year.
How do you have so much deep information about Mr. Wahlberg?
He was interviewed somewhere.
I found it shocking. I knew that he went to jail for being, stupid, high, all of it. So, and then when he exited, like everybody in jail was like, you dumb fuck, you're so stupid. How'd you throw your life away?
You have everything.
So then when he came out, he was like, I think I'll be a proper working adult movie star. And he got his GED and he went and he did whatever he needed to do. Good for him. I love it. Started putting pants over his underwear, the whole thing. But I didn't realize that God was involved. Find that odd.
Yeah, I don't think God wants anything to do with the Wahlberg thing. But okay, have at it, kid.
Well, he's definitely praying to him. He's doing like those Super Bowl commercials for Jesus. He's definitely doing commercials now. Didn't you find that weird that they were who's paying for God?
Yeah.
What are they trying to promote? I mean, I saw that it was like, let's promote kindness, but do you have to spend millions of dollars to promote kindness? Did you feel like this was a good use of the millions of dollars? Or maybe you could have spent that money on, I don't know, housing. That's kind. Like you could have. What am I missing?
I'm all fine with all the ads for being kind. It's when you throw Jesus in or Jesus. I don't know. I'm drawing a line. I thought, go ahead, spend some more money. Or what would Jesus have done with that money?
Jesus would have helped people.
Yes.
He wouldn't have paid for the messaging.
No, he would not have, more than once. So not even once, but really unnecessary. But you know
so
what?
it tells me they're trying to, but who's the they?
Recruit.
Like, I don't even
Someone is recruiting.
But there's no big Jesus. Like, who's making money on this?
Where is Big Jesus? Honestly, my girlfriend who eats nothing works in drug court, and when she goes and she gets her folders of all of her clients that day, they all say Jesus on them. So she walks into the waiting room and goes, Jesus. I'm like, you have to at least call them Jesus. They are not Jesus. Stop
But
right
why?
now.
I would call them Jesus. I love it.
She does too.
Yes, I think that's
she
a
does
delight.
Too.
I fully endorse.
Yeah.
And I invite her to maybe eat a sandwich. I think that would be delicious.
Or a full almond and not just a sliver.
In both cases.
There's a new superfood, Amy.
What's that?
I kind of want to see your face and I want to read it to you at the same time.
Jello pudding granules from 1941 that you have to cook on the fucking stove.
I am curious what the date was on that box.
You don't want to know. It tasted awful. I threw it away.
All right.
I don't need protein that badly.
Melissa,
I can sort it out.
what is the new superfood and should you even try it? Here we go. It's called cockroach milk.
I'm out. We're done. I'm out. I don't need it. I don't need superfoods. Why?
Cockroach
Why? I don't want to think about how it's made, and I can't stop thinking about how it's made. Nobody wants to know how the cockroach milk is made. My brain. Are they? Ew! I'm picturing them in a thing of milk, and they're like hanging with their little cockroach legs on the side of the milk, and they're kicking it like a hot tub. They're in my milk, or they're milking them from cockroach teats.
Cockroach. Okay.
I don't want you.
Cockroach milk comes from one of the species of cockroaches that produces nutrient-dense milk crystals to feed their young. It's unlikely to become a mainstream
You think?
source, but because it's still not clear if the milk is safe for humans to
Oh my
eat.
God! I would rather picture those tortured horseshoe crabs giving up their blue blood than think about these cockroaches in the milk.
Can I tell you, parenthetically here it says, and it's really, all caps, really hard to milk a cockroach.
Oh my God!
You know that almond milk doesn't come from literally looking for a teat on an almond, right?
teats. Yeah.
No, it does not. It's pretty much a universally accepted fact that cockroaches are nasty and you want nothing to do with them. But news reports are showing up everywhere, including the Daily Mail, about the potential health benefits of cockroach milk. Yup, milk
No.
derived from cockroaches.
No. I will choose the apocalypse. It's okay.
Even if it's a great source of protein.
I don't need to suckle a cockroach in order for what's next, because once I've crossed that Rubicon, there's nothing left for me.
Tiger weed all the way. They
For
found a
the
Pacific
win.
beetle cockroach can make crystallized milk, and it's as good of a protein source as meat.
Yeah, to quote Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, well, rat meat might taste like pumpkin pie, but I don't need to eat that shit. No thanks. Out. Gross.
How do you get it? You get the milk by cutting the roach open and
Why are you still reading?
and removing
Why are
the
you still reading?
crystals.
Why? Let me ask you. Here's
Okay.
pro tip. We're looking to widen the audience.
So
of
I
people
should
who want to listen.
fair. So I should not tell them that it takes about a half a
Ugh.
day for one person to process milk from 2 to 3 cockroaches.
If
All
your
right,
job,
we're done.
if your job after all that science and fucking big brain learning is to slap on some fucking gloves
And goggles.
and sit there in a microscope
Please goggles.
and pick apart 3 insects that also start as their life as an insect as a fucking cockroach,
Cockroach?
you've made a wrong turn in your life.
Cockroach?
It's a wrong turn. You don't want to be doing this. You studied you opened the wrong book, and time to go back to school. Imagine Can you even imagine how fucking stupid you have to be
Your first
to
kid,
be a rat milk processor?
your first kid calls you
degree
and says,
with a degree.
I don't really think I want to do this architecture thing anymore. I think I learned of this amazing protein source. I honestly think kickboxing, wave of the future. It's something that'll catch on. It'll be great.
No. You could be a professional pickleball player before you could fucking do that. No. No, thanks.
I venture you get paid better too for that whole pickleball scene.
It's so
Have you
incredibly gross.
have you been to McDonald's since last we spoke?
Yes, because I spent the day yesterday with my son. So Wednesday night, I had a trip to McDonald's, and then Thursday, I had a trip to Popeyes. He is a fast food boy, so
at
these were his
McDonald's,
big treats for him.
Did you try my cookie tote?
No, I didn't even think about it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because I don't think about bags of cookies. You
I
think that
literally think about bags of cookies all day long. Like not a minute passes where some part of that minute wasn't focused on cookiehood, acquiring.
I should rephrase. Yeah. He has a standing order, and we went through. I was not there for myself, so I processed his standing order and exited the drive area. That was it. So why did you go and purchase a tote of cookies?
No, but I told you how good it was, and for you not to go is like a punch in the face to me. And I'll take that punch, and I will weather it because
I'll tell you where I did go.
yeah.
Every time yesterday was a 1 day off of school for him. And I don't want to bring us down too much, but I kind of want to say why. So his university is connected to the largest university system in North Carolina. All the state schools are technically one system.
Okay.
So that means University of North Carolina and NC State are technically the same system, right? Multiple campuses, multiple whatever. Okay. Very, very big. 100,000 population. They've had 8 deaths this year.
Whoa.
8.
This year, meaning it's what? This academic school year.
This
That's
academic
crazy.
year. 8. It's a lot of people, but they've had 8. And they've had 4 on his campus last semester. They had 4. And the 4 were, if you can imagine, the worst. They were at the own hand of the student. So they have instituted extra wellness days.
Mental health
So
days.
every so often they pop up and say, no classes, no work. Here you go. You get this day off. So every so often you get a random Thursday where there's nothing going on. But 8. Can we just stop for a minute? I'm sure there's a phone number that we're going to remember and tell people for suicide awareness that if you're even contemplating, you think, is it 911? It's not 911.
988, I think. 988.
Do me a favor, and while I'm blabbing, if you don't mind looking,
988. I'll look it up.
we're going to get the right number and say it. It's worth the right number. It's gross. And if you are having thoughts of depression, John Fetterman just went into the hospital. A senator in Pennsylvania has voluntarily checked himself in for an in-stay, inpatient overnight visit for depression, which is a common side effect of stroke. So mental health is real. If you're feeling shitty, if you're having thoughts you don't like, you need to talk to another person. One phone number is
988.
988. So it was a mental health day for my son. So that always turns into, Mom has a checkbook in a car. Come see me, come see me, come see me. So we went to Costco.
Woohoo! Stu's
Because
favorite
this
place.
semester, for the first time, he thinks that he didn't want a meal plan. And he's told us he didn't want a meal plan from the first day on campus. And we've said, this is what we can control, that you will never be hungry. We're buying you the unlimited meal plan. I'm not getting you dining dollars. I'll get you whatever, but I'm not refilling those. You can walk into any dining hall any day and eat unlimited food with swipes. That's what we're doing. So this time he successfully convinced us to not. So he has no food on campus unless he buys it and eats it himself. So I took him to Costco.
Love Costco.
Long walk by way of telling you, different Costcos are different places.
Have different items, yeah.
The Costco in Raleigh is like, I don't know, Mecca. It is so big and so international and so weird and so delightful and so aware of who's buying the food. It was
One for you, 2 for me, son. 2 for you, 7 for me.
We filled up 2 different carts.
Did you fill up with puddings?
I didn't get any pudding. I got good things for me to eat. It was so exotic and exciting. And I wish I could communicate to you all the sparkles that were in my eyes at the Costco. I really do. I really do. I don't feel like it's landing as exciting and prosperous as it felt.
Do you know who's going to love it? I have a spouse who worships at the feet of Mr. Costco, loves the place, loves going in every city we're in because, like you just said, they're different everywhere. Let's see what products they have here at this Costco that our Costco
that sounds
does
really
not
sad.
have. I'm sorry.
I'm coming.
Let's see what Costco. Let's see what Costco has here.
Hey, Melissa, it's a Costco. That's my part. No, now that I hear you say it, I understand why you're looking at me like it's really sad. It's really sad what I just said. I feel sad. I feel sad. I should be embarrassed. No, I mean the truth is this, because that's really fucking sad. I would never, ever, ever.
You're on
do
vacation.
That.
Let's go to Costco.
No,
and see
God
what they
bless
have
you.
here.
No, this is just a serendipitous Costco trip for some other purpose, and I was like, they have some groovy, interesting things here, and they also just had good things there. To harken back to my blueberries, I don't know if you cut it out last time. I was so mad about those blueberries being overpriced. They had a laptop-sized pallet of blueberries that you could purchase for $4.99.
Yeah. Costco's
You can
always
get
the
24 eggs. They aren't the best eggs, but you can get 24 cage-free eggs for $6.99. Or you can get one 12-pack carton of eggs at the supermarket for $6.99. Which is the better deal?
Yeah, Costco is definitely hitting it out of the park now that everybody else has gone crazy.
Well, they're all. It begs the question: is Costco just as bad as Walmart in terms of squeezing people and ruining their lives to get the prices they get?
Well, they don't sell guns and ammunition or ban books, so immediately I'm a Costco fan and not a Walmart fan. And Sam's Club is Walmart, right? It's the same family. So for the longest time, I protested them too. I can get my big box ready and filled at Costco. See, it is about sex. I'm filling my box. I'm stepping outside of it to travel.
That's where, but even the milking of the insects, that's a whole nother sub-segment of sexuals that we don't want.
Do you think people are going too far for their high protein bullshit?
I don't know the answer because I'm still new. I am paying attention to how much protein I eat. I'm reorienting my diet around protein. I was advised by my doctor to help with menopause symptoms to eat 20 to 30 grams of protein 4 to 5 times a day.
Whoa.
That's what she wants me to do. And when you're doing that, you don't have room for a lot else. You just don't have room for a lot else.
That's a lot of protein.
Right. So it really starts to, that's one way to, because it meets a lot of goals that I'm trying to meet for other purposes, but it also rules out just about everything else. So it kind of helps, right? There's only, you can throw some fruits and vegetables in there, but then you're also so fucking full. So I've been trying to sneak protein into everything. I have protein powders. I have, in coffee, instead of, I put a little bit of creamer in my coffee. That's it. Now I've switched over to putting a protein drink in there. Like all the people so all these TikTokers are putting protein. But what I've also learned, which everyone probably knew except for me, your body can physically only process about 35 grams of protein in a sitting. So if you're getting more than that in any meal, including a double Whopper McBigum Mac-a-Wendy, that has got too much protein in it and it just goes out the toilet.
Yep,
so
you're shitting it out.
If you're having these whey shakes or whatever that if it's more than 35 grams or if it's 80 grams of protein, you can't absorb it. You've just wasted the money and your taste buds. And so these puddings that I was getting with Jell-O, if you mix the pudding with protein powder in it, then it becomes a little after dinner treat. And a couple of spoonfuls have 18, 19 grams of protein. So that's a good way to cheat it in, right? No. It has a taste to it. All these weird.
Yeah, they do.
And it's not a thing. It's not real food. I want real food.
I started taking a supplement of mushroom.
You're one of those now. Are you drinking? Is it mud water? Are you drinking that?
It's not the one I'm using, but I have a monthly subscription to 2 gummies, which is like the five mushrooms that help you with your gut and your hair and your skin, and like they have purposes. But also before bed, because I do medicate to sleep, and I do medicate with THC, which makes me a little hungry sometimes. But before bed, I'll do a scoop of collagen, chocolate, whatever, and another mushroom. Tastes like dirt, but at the end. But it's like a hot cocoa thing. So it's a sweet that will tide me over. It's something for in my innards. Look, the bottom line is it doesn't make me sick. Does it help? I don't fucking know. Is it
Well, you look good, so yeah.
Is it making me worse? No. Is it holding me steady? At this point, I started exercising because I felt shitty. I feel fine. I don't want to get worse. I'll do anything I can at this point to maintain. That's really just all I'm looking for. I'm traveling for 5 days. Maintain is all I want to do.
Try magnesium glutamate at bedtime.
I do.
That's supposed to be a nice sleepy time. You do?
I do.
You take that and weed?
It's 3 pills, actually, because it's L something. L-threonate. Magnesium L-threonate. It's the one that crosses the blood-brain barrier and doesn't mess with your belly. There's only one that doesn't make you.
There's only one that helps with
shit
sleep.
your
Magnesium. Who knew? Magnesium has like 6 or 9 subtypes, but the difference is only one of them helps with sleep. So you read the label and make sure that the one that helps us sleep is the one that's in your mushroom square pill.
No, I actually take 3 capsules of that magnesium because that's what a serving is, along with my methylated B12 and my fish oil because I'm now an old fucking lady.
You really have taken a lot of stuff, man.
I know.
I mean, your skin looks great. It's very creamy. It's wonderful. I love it.
Do you put anything on your face? Do you use a serum? That's like the latest of everything. What serum do you use?
I'm saving up for a neck lift.
You are so cute. I am saving up.
I'm saving up for I'm really scared of plastic surgery because it creeps me the fuck out. So I'm afraid of it. And I think it's a nice healthy fear.
I agree.
But my neck is so problematic. It's super problematic. So I'm trying to, and the greatest news of all that I got just yesterday from an online source that is highly revered in the online in the space. Okay, super revered. All the experts actually.
Super embedded. Yeah.
It's very credible globally. Honestly, it has one of the highest
right out of
subscriber
China.
bases.
Yeah, go ahead.
So good. It's so good. Okay, something with a T. Some Thai, Tiduk, something
talk. I don't know.
Right. So Tiduk something. So
Thai Katak. Yeah.
There was a woman on there who had visited 8 different plastic surgeons. She was 67.
That's research, friends.
She looked like she was 41, and she's like, I want to get a facelift. I'm doing my research. I've seen 2 people in Dallas, 2 people in LA, 2 people in New York, 2 people going all these different places. They all have something different to say, la 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 la. And she said, and only one of them told me this, so I'm giving you these tips. They want you to be at or within 5 pounds of your goal weight, and not because if you have more weight to lose or if you're going to gain weight, you're going to ruin everything that you do. So you can't lose weight after a facelift. You can't.
Right. Your face was stapled in the position of the person who has no.
I was thinking that my facelift, my neck lift, I'm technically, to get the best neck lift, they got to go through your fucking face. So all of it is like cockroach milk. Right?
Crotch milk?
Right. That's how gross it is when they're like,
gross.
I can't even just.
Crotch milk.
They go like between your bones and under the muscles, and now you're fucking like a Hollywood experiment. It's gross. But they pull it all the way up through your hair and like tie it in the back, and then your neck is like no longer.
And for 6 months, you have to do that slip knot. And yeah.
Jesus, fuck. What happened? So sorry, not a sports crowd. Anyway, the woman said, you have to be at your goal weight, because if you lose weight, I was thinking this was like a plateau treat. Like if I got halfway through my weight loss, I could do like a face zip and then lose more weight and I would look even better. But now I don't even have anything to look forward to, because guess what? See what I did? Not if. When I lose all this weight and I'm walking around like hot sauce, I don't need a fucking facelift because I'm so hot. So what am I supposed to do in the meantime? That's why I'm very angry with the facelift gods.
Yeah, which is the reason I do some collagen, and I don't want to be put under if it's not life-saving anymore. Like, I've got kids now. I don't want to miss a thing. There was a case locally where a 16-year-old girl went in for liposuction and wound up dead. So that doctor doesn't practice here anymore.
Oh,
it's a very cautionary tale. It's at a very prestigious area at this one particular practice. And we're all like, oh, remember that story? Everybody here nods because it was a 17-year-old girl. And
That's disgusting.
That's a full life, right? Right ahead of you. So it was awful. So I don't want to be put under unless it's something that's life-saving.
But I don't even feel like, I mean, it's my neck. It's hanging down underneath. I feel like, isn't this like you got a cushion on a sofa? Can't you just like pin it back and staple it up or something? I mean, what do we got to, they want to get in there and like retie everything. I mean, I've not talked to anyone.
Are you
I've
using
watched,
crepe
I've
erase
watched
things
Tik-
now?
No, because I have heard from other adults whose skin don't look that great that they don't work. So the only one that I know actually physically works, you have to use it all the time, and those are the ones that it's like a Hollywood trick. You put it on and it tightens the skin, it puffs up and tightens the skin,
Yeah.
and then it just sags when the cream wears off. It's like an effect. And to me, that actually, I don't know how skin works, but I feel like that's probably going to make your skin more prone to sagging over time, like if you're just pulling and stretching it. Anyway, no, I've started putting on some cream from time to time that's designed to tighten it up.
Okay.
And I commit to wearing sunscreen on my bits and parts. I have blanched my neck and my upper boob, the décolleté. I have blanched it bone white and beet red my entire life. It's been blistered. I've got multiple degrees sun damage there. That's why that area of my body doesn't look like the rest of my body, right? My face is okay. My body's okay. I got some cellulite. I got some lumps. I got some weight, whatever. My neck and the open part of your shirt where your boobs are, the cleavage part, looks like an 82-year-old woman from, I don't know, Arizona or like
Tempe. The lady from Tempe.
Yes.
The orange lady from Tempe.
And I don't want to do anything about it. I just want it to magically be perfect and right. I think that's great. So bad.
Dear listener, I don't know. Dear listener, I am currently enjoying a fantastic trip when you hear this, to Oregon. Or I'm stuck in an airport, or something horrible has happened. Who
Think
the fuck
positive.
knows?
Stop it. No, it's fantastic.
But
only.
Thank you, Amy, for changing recording times. Thank you, dear listener, for all of your wonderful emails that you have sent us. We're so thrilled at how well you guys communicate, almost as well as we do. Please write us, call us. You want to call us? I'll get you a toll-free number if you want to call us. And let us know your thoughts. We are so grateful for you. Thank you for turning us on. We hope we turned you on. And thank you for listening.
Stay away from them roaches.
Stay away from roach milk.